Și aș vrea să spun că, în primul rând, că
I would like, first of all, to say that I am extremely honored to participate for the second time in your event. And it is a real joy to see us strengthened after such a complicated year. Many journalists specialized in economics will probably say about 2022 and probably also about 2023 that these 2 years have been very extremely complicated from an economic point of view. I would say the most complicated years in the past 70 years, especially due to the challenges we had to face. For the first time in the past 70 years, we are facing a war at our borders. We have a series of toxic and uncontrolled events, in the sense that after this reconversion that we are all contributing to, aiming at a better economy, I am convinced that the financial and economic relations between us should be based on partnerships through which those able to manage these relations should play a crucial role. The challenges that I was talking about, the aggression of Russia in Ukraine, and especially the way that Russia managed to make Europe addicted to its resources, represented a real milestone and a challenge for us, not only for the Romanian economy, but on the whole. Last year, if you might recall, I was saying that if you feel that you are living a nightmare, you should take that as a challenge, because a challenge means our capacity to offer a response. And I believe that we were able to deliver those reactions and those responses in that particular time of crisis. The Romanian economy has proven to be a resilient one. The Romanian government has proven to be a courageous one, because in times of crisis, markets showed their vulnerabilities in the most spectacular way, but also in the most negative manner for the society and for citizens. And in those particular situations, it is the duty of a state to intervene accordingly and to grasp the markets so that a future for all markets and for the economy in general is ensured. This has been expressed by the Ministries of Finances within the Council of Ministers, and thus, together with the European Commission, a code of conduct has been drafted. We had to have a uniform and approach based on solidarity, which is why Europe managed to partially reduce its dependency on Russian gas and to impose radical measures. Many of us would have not counted on that. But we managed to do that nevertheless, in spite of a historic inflation. We managed to avoid economic contraction, to avoid recession. And coming back to Romania, Romania managed to have economic growth, actually one of the most important growths in Europe. 2023 remains a challenging year, however, a more stable year. Why? Because in the just as in the second stage of the pandemic, where we knew what we were confronting ourselves with, now we also know what we are up against. Leaving all of the emotions behind at the beginning of the war, as you might remember, we had to take measures then on an economic level and social level. Now we are no longer in a position in which we can be surprised. Should the geopolitical situation deteriorate, we will act accordingly. However, Romania has a regional advantage, which is an exceptional one, and it has benefited from it since 2022, and it will continue to benefit from it also this year and in 2024. We are speaking about political stability because, taking into account this conflict, we have to take into account that these measures against us are more of a hybrid kind. There were many attempts to destabilize the region, and I take responsibility for my words. These attempts have not been successful in Romania. And I believe that this was also the fundament for all of the investors that continued to come here to Romania. Romania is a country with high potential. It has strong anchors when it comes to its financial basis. It benefits from European funds. Many of the other European countries have exhausted this financial potential. So it is up to us to make this money count and direct them to private investments, to infrastructure, to education, health, and economy. We need partnerships on a social and economic level, and this partnership has worked and will continue to work. Of course, there will always be things to improve. The evolution of each and every society leads to the need for adaptability, and we are fully open to that. From the perspective of financial consolidation, and Romania seriously took into account the indicators, those areas where it was lacking. So that is why we focused in reducing the public deficit to create the necessary framework for future investments. We also focused on growing public expenditures in the sense of implementing investments at a more rapid pace. We've made several steps in this direction. I believe that 2023 is a crucial year from an investment point of view. We have the money allotted in the budget. Now we need the administrative capacity, but also to have a more consolidated partnership with the companies involved in these investments. I would also like to say that in 2022, Romania has granted incentives, and I'm not talking about fiscal credits. We keep adapting our systems so that we eliminate any kind of distortions. So the level of these incentives reached 6%. In 2023, we started from a 10% level of incentives from the entire GDP. So this 10% that should support the Romanian economy and that has many guarantee schemes at its core, will show their effectiveness by the end of this year, and we will have a better economic result than the ones that we have predicted. We can see each other also mid-term, and I think that by that time we will have a better prediction than the current one. It is up to us to take the necessary steps to keep the situation from deteriorating itself. We still have wounds to heal, and here we have to take into consideration those indicators that are lacking, because inflation affected directly the competitiveness of companies. And here we are not talking just about Romania. This is a regional issue. And we will have to find the necessary solutions to support companies in order to maintain the level of competitiveness that they have previously won.
From the perspective of convergence, we would like to introduce the euro by 2029. If the resilience plan will be entirely implemented, we will be able to speed up the implementation of the euro, because we will raise our real convergence. We will increase economic and individual purchase power in order to be sustainable at a European level. Challenges exist, but we are more stable than last year, just days after the aggression in Ukraine started. And all decision makers were very cautious in their approach of the current and future situation. I will stop here, and I would like to thank you, because the results of Romania are your results as well. And I would like to say that I am trusting the Romanian business environment, and I'm trusting the people of Romania to overcome all problems, all issues, and continue their journey at a higher pace. What we still have to do is to sit at the same table and start a dialogue. Thank you.